everybody, and welcome on today's video. Today we are going to make a little fusion bonsai, start a new project, and I'm going to do this with all these remaining seedlings of pomegranates that are just sitting here and waiting in the pot and are really just, well, I'm doing nothing with them. So let's try a new technique. So of course the first thing to do is to get them all out of the pot, and which would be fairly easy, I think. And then I will get them all separated and put them in a bucket of water just to see what we have. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So these are 7 little seedlings. I think they're 1 or 2 years old now. And I'm going to put them together. If you see, this one has a nice root here, quite a thick root. And I'm going to put that next to this one. And at this one, just trying to get the root bases nice together. So that I already start a nice root flare. Like so. So I'm going to take a piece of natural raffia and get this tightened up like so. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with 6 trees, and then with 5 trees, and 4 trees, and 3 trees, and then 2 trees. And I'm going to choose always the seedlings that are the longest to make the smallest group. So the best is to use the longest for the 2 or 3 bundles. Let me call them bundles. Okay. So I packed them in bundles. This is 2, 3, 4, and this is 5, 6 and 7, and you can see that the bundle with 7 trees is a little less packed than the one with 6, and well, yeah, okay, and so on. So the longest raffia wrap is the one with just 2 trees. So technically these are our branches and the trunk. So now let's put this together. The concept is very easy. I'm going to start with the longest, and then at one side add the trees, man, that's not easy to say. And then on the other side I'm going to put this one. Always try to keep the best roots on the outside. So this is one thing, and then this one on top, and this one at the bottom here, and then this one again on the other side. So now I gotta wrap this all together with just again a piece of natural raffia. So I'm packing this all up together, just to this point where the shortest raffia bundle is. Now if you do this, I think it is best to do this with a natural raffia, because it will have to rot, because it cannot stay there forever. So compression is the key word for fusion bonsai. Okay. Because the raffia is wet, it is a little tighter and it stays quite well in position. So now let's get a little pot. So these are a few wires just to fix the tree in the pot, because there's no stable root base. This is a thick bims. And then some better with good draining. And this is the tree construction, and I'm going to try to open this root mass, but the time is not yet there to comb this, and I'm going to get it as flat as possible in the pot. Well, a little more. Okay, so now we cover this up. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is continue the wrapping with raffia, but I'm going to exclude every time one of the parts. So up to this point is the first raffia wrap. And so that means that this part should not be included anymore. So now I'm up to this part, so this part will not be included. And now I just have to wrap these three. Well, I guess you get the point. So this is done. Next step is just to use one big wire to wire the trunk, and then I'm going to wire every little branch. So of course when I wire the trunk I will use the same as when I did use the same way as when I did with the last raffia, and I will just have to wire the same parts. So now give some movement to this trunk. In both directions, of course. And now the fine wiring. So this branch is done, and just a quick explanation. So the first turn with the first wire, I'm doing all the branches together. And then at some point I'm leaving one out. Make another turn. Leaving another out at the other side. Again a turn. Leaving one out. And I'm I'm going to leave this one out. I'm not sure if all these little twigs are really alive, but it's a lot of wiring, but that's okay because it's very thin wire. It means that if it does not work, you can always reuse this wire. So now I'm going to wire this one I left out with this one I left out. So something like this. Of course, for a work like this, your wiring is of course important, but does not have to be world class, you know. But it's good practice anyway. Okay, so now this one and this one, and so on, the whole tree. So this tree is now fully wired, and the way it's standing is the front for the camera. So now I'm going to try to open up all these branches and try to make a reasonable spreading of these branches, which of course could take a while. Just opening up, and final positioning will be done afterwards. So if this is the front, it should lean a little more to the viewer. This one will be the apex. So the more you get to the upper part of the tree, the more the branches should be lifted up. And if we want this to look like a fairly old tree, the lowest branches, well, they can be bent a little more. Oh, that's not bad for a start. This might become a secondary trunk thing. Now, of course, I realize that some people are going to like this, some are going to hate this. I suggest if you do not like it, well, don't try it. And for the ones that are going to ask for updates, if this thing works, I will of course post updates. If this is a complete failure, well, there will be nothing to update, so that's for sure. So I'm going to continue this off camera because, well, It's just bending and twisting. So this is the tree with the branches positioned, and now I'm just going to give it a nice equal trim. And you should know that all these cuttings that you have here are with pomegranate roots quite easily. So just put them in a glass of water, and it's always interesting to have some spare ones. And even if only 50% of them roots, well, that's good. So, just having a look. Oh, I forgot one here. Yeah, that's not too bad. So this concludes the creation of this first, yeah, well, how could you call that? Well, it's a little tree. Will it work? I do not know. If this works, and if I see that the raffia is coming loose and swelling and bursting open, it probably will mean that there is a lot of activity under it. And this opens some new perspectives to do this with bigger trees and like maples, or especially field maples, or maybe hornbeams, which is one of my favorite trees, definitely. I'm still working here with these seedlings from this one pomegranate that I planted, and well, I have to do something with it. So this is a quick 360. So I hope you liked it. If you ever do something like that, well, make sure to film it and post a video of it. I will be very happy to have a look at your work. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.